Hey, welcome to Egg Harbor Library. We're not at the library today, and we are at Greens and Grains with Kathy, and we're going to be talking turkey today. I mean, I couldn't do that at the library. We have to actually be where there are
turkeys and turkey-like substances.
Now, if you have never been here, you need to come and take a look because this place is so cool. It smells really good. I love
real
this
food.
place.
It smells like real food.
And good coffee. Good coffee. Yeah. So we're going to talk turkey, and I have some questions for Kathy, and she'll tell you everything she knows about getting ready for this holiday. And yeah. So do you have turkeys here?
We have turkeys. Yes. Here's two of them. This is organic turkey. And this is a free-range turkey. And we also have what's called a pasture turkey, which I don't have a sample of here, but we have three kinds of turkeys.
All right, so I guess I'm new to this since last year I had turkey and it wasn't quite good. So I'm wondering if I need to go this route. So there's three types. We've got a free-range and organic. And I Googled that last night, and I only found free range, but can you kind of tell us what they're all about?
Yes. Okay, so a free range turkey is a turkey that basically is raised in a facility that is open to the outdoors. So that's basically what a free range turkey means, is that they can go outside. Now, these turkeys are not only free range, they're also raised with no GMO grains, no antibiotics, and no preservatives, which a conventional turkey, if you go get a butterball, they are raised with all of this. So, and they actually inject fluid to make them heavier. And they are genetically modified, or not genetically modified, they're hybrid to have super large breasts. So those turkeys typically can't even stand up on their own. Not a pleasant thing. No. Now this turkey is also free-range turkey, but it's an organic free-range turkey. So that means that the grains that it's fed are organic, whereas this free-range turkey, the grains that it's fed are not organic. So that's the basic difference between these two turkeys. And then the third kind of turkey that we have is a local turkey. It's grown by Sunset Farms out of Brussels. Sarah Lardell, lovely female farmer. And her turkeys are what's called pasture raised, which means they actually spend their whole life running around out in a pasture, eating grass and bugs, much like the wild turkeys that you see in your backyard eating birdseed. And her turkeys are not organic because the grains they are given are not organic grains, they're conventional grains, but they have a wonderful life and they're beautiful turkeys.
And when you get those, are they fresh or are they frozen?
They're frozen, and I'm so glad you bring that up because people are constantly asking when they order a turkey, they say, are they fresh or are they frozen? And the fresh turkey, honestly, is a bit of a misnomer. Butcher a turkey in August, and if you hold it between, don't hold me to the numbers here, but something like between 28 degrees and 32 degrees frozen-ish, you can sell it as fresh. So it's kind of gross, in my opinion, because they're not really deep frozen, and they just hold them just below freezing, and then they sell them as fresh. And when you think about it to make any sense, how could you possibly butcher thousands of turkeys a couple of days before Thanksgiving enough that you could actually have them fresh? So these turkeys are flash frozen. So they're butchered and they're flash frozen. So that's really the freshest turkey that you're going to get, unless you grew one yourself or you have a neighbor that's a farmer that you're getting one from. Otherwise, don't try to get a fresh turkey.
Like those ones in my backyard. I don't think they can taste right.
You know, I think that those turkeys tend to be a little on the tough side.
Yeah.
They have no fat and they're pure muscle and they're a little stringy.
All right. Well, it looks like you've
You
had
could
one.
maybe, no, but I know of people that have had them and then they come and buy one here next year, so. Don't do the wild turkey.
All right, okay, yeah, let them just go about in our backyards.
Right,
doing
eating
their
our
thing,
roasting,
yeah,
yeah,
doing their thing,
yeah.
yeah. Well, that's good to know. So these are frozen, so we need to know about thawing. Like,
Right.
that's an important thing about
Right.
turkey.
So the when you buy a frozen turkey, you want to thaw it in your refrigerator. Don't wait until the day before Thanksgiving and then panic, try to thaw it some other way. They want to be thawed in the refrigerator and they take about a day per 4 or 5 pounds. So if you have a 10-pound turkey, you need to put it in. I put it in 3 days in advance. If you have a 20-pound turkey, you should have it in your
Okay.
5 pounds. And if you want
Now
to
I know
brine
why.
it, even
Yeah.
longer. Right. Well, if you want to brine it, I actually was reading up on brining because I've never brined a turkey. But I read on the NPR site, there was a guy who was brining turkeys, and he said that he actually puts a frozen turkey in, those beverage coolers, those
Yeah.
like yellow beverage coolers.
Yeah.
He puts a frozen turkey in one of those, like a week before Thanksgiving, in the brine, and it never gets below 40 degrees. Or above 40 degrees in his garage, not in your house, in the garage. And that's how he brines turkeys. I've never brined one, but yeah, if you want to brine it, you probably need to thaw it.
Yeah, I've brined. It's so much better, I think.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're supposed to be much
Yeah.
more moist. Right?
Yeah. And
Yeah, we brought in this turkey brine. No, it's those herbs that you would use for brining turkey.
well, that's good to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my mistake last year was I was running out of cold water to thaw it at the last minute.
Yeah, that's, and that's what we all do, right? If,
Yeah.
The night before, you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it's still frozen.
It's still frozen and it just wasn't good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so, you want to plan in advance,
Yeah.
get it in your fridge.
Yeah.
And in fact, when we have people that are picking up turkeys and they can't get here until like 2 days before Thanksgiving, we put that in the fridge.
Okay.
So that it's thawed and then they pick it up.
Oh, nice.
Because otherwise, it just, Thanksgiving is all about the turkey, right?
Yeah.
So the last thing you
Yeah.
want is, at midnight, the night before, to be, trying to pour hot water on your turkey.
Yeah.
Thawed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a good
Not
idea.
Yeah.
No. So, okay, it's all thawed. Would you stuff these just like a conventional?
I'm not going to claim to be a turkey roasting expert,
Yeah.
but the research that I have done says do not stuff a turkey. It's dangerous.
That's, I've
In
heard
order
that
to
too.
get the stuffing hot enough for it to be safe, you have to overcook the turkey and then the turkey's dried out. Cook your stuffing on the side.
Okay.
If you want to fool your guests, you can stuff it into the turkey before you bring it out and then scoop it back out of there. In
Yeah.
fact, I read something where someone took a coffee can, and cut both ends of it out and baked the turkey, roasted the turkey with the coffee can in there so that the space stayed open. And then you pull the can out, put the stuffing in there. This guy actually, believe it or not, said that he takes a blowtorch to the stuffing on the outside of the turkey so it looks brown.
Oh, wow.
I I would never go that far, but.
Yeah, I always question that. I've read that too, about
Yeah,
the
they say,
dangers of it.
No,
and-
it's, because in order to, you have to actually have a thermometer in the dressing, in the stuffing, to make sure it gets up to that safe temperature. And then by then your turkey is just
Yeah.
dried out.
All right. Okay, well, that's good to know. And she even has traditional stuffing.
That's actually gluten-free stuffing, which is much harder to find.
Yeah.
Everybody can, you can get traditional stuffing anywhere, but we have a lot of things, Greens and Grains caters to people with special diets. So we have gluten-free stuffing, we have gluten-free pie crust, we have a new product that we just brought in, dairy-free ready whip. So for your pumpkin pie, it's coconut base.
Okay.
Yeah, so for the vegans among us.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the vegans among us.
So we have these, right now we have these little guys in. We are going to be getting some other turkey replacement, plant-based turkey replacements in our order tomorrow. Kind of thing. This is a sage and garlic. It's called a celebration roast. And it's basically, you would just bake it in the oven and then you can put gravy over it or gravy. They're good. They're
good.
Yeah, they are good. This one is not gluten free. So the person that, if you're gluten free, that is not.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Yeah, it's good to know because that would be something I would probably be interested in, just as an alternative meal.
Right.
You know, like I'm not all about eating meat all the time. I feel
Exactly.
like, you know,
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson said you should treat it as condiments.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And you know, it's becoming a huge trend in the country, in the world, really. People that are either vegan or vegetarian and eating either no animal products, vegan, or no meat products, which is vegetarian.
And I call myself a flexitarian.
Exactly. That's a very good, sometimes a tarian.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll use soy alternative for ground beef.
Right. And people will never know the
No,
difference.
I know.
Never know the difference.
My ex-husband never knew.
Probably not the only thing you ever knew.
We won't go there.
No, that's no. So we have these days almost more vegan products than meat products. Really, we have in our dairy section we have a 2-door dairy case that's vegan and a 1-door dairy case that is actual dairy.
Do you have walnut burgers here?
Not anymore. We don't have the walnut burgers, but we probably have 15 other varieties of veggie burgers.
Okay.
Yeah, so some are really based on being super healthy, and some are based on being just like beef.
Yeah.
Like they're the Beyond Meat burgers
Yeah.
and the Impossible burgers. If people don't know they're not beef, they would never.
Yeah.
You can't taste it. They look the same. They smell the same.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. So we have some other things we need to talk about. We need to talk about gravy. And you mentioned it. You can put gravy on anything. But you have turkey broth.
That's actual turkey broth. Yeah, which you might use to make your dressing, or that's definitely not vegan.
Okay.
I didn't bring a packet over here, but we do have. Should be right on that Simply Organic rack right there, Jess. I think there should be a vegan gravy. I'm not positive though.
Well, she's got all kinds of little packets and everything's on sale there.
Everything's on sale. Yeah, you know, it's Thanksgiving, so all of these things are on sale. All of the cranberry sauces.
And you know, people are always saying canned cranberries or fresh cranberries.
You know, I
It's
think that
kind of
is
a
such a
family
personal
thing.
preference.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we have fresh organic
Yeah.
cranberries, which is my preference.
Mhm.
But if you are someone that grew up with the cranberry sauce,
Yeah.
then it's a totally different thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is that a mushroom gravy? Yeah, that would be what you would use for
Yeah.
if you wanted to make a vegan
Okay.
gravy. But
Right.
then we also have turkey gravy mix and chicken gravy.
So sides, you know, we talked a little bit about cranberries. It looks like you have some Brussels sprouts
Brussels
there.
sprouts here. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. I mean, the cranberries.
Yeah, Brussels sprouts. Do sweet potatoes.
We have 3 different kinds of sweet
Okay.
potatoes. Oh, I didn't bring them over, but we have an orange flesh sweet potato, a red flesh sweet potato, and a white flesh. Oriental sweet potato. They're super sweet.
Okay.
They're almost you could almost make like a mashed potato out of them, and they would be delicious.
Yeah.
And then of course we also carry a lot of potatoes. We have
Okay.
our local potatoes that we grow on our farm. So we have about 5 varieties of potatoes, from white potatoes to purple potatoes to red and white potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of potato
I
options.
know, and I love sweet potatoes, I like roasted,
Oh, I love sweet potatoes.
yeah, I just don't like it with those marshmallows.
I think that's disgusting. I don't get it. I don't get it, but you know,
I don't get it either.
there are
I'm
some
like,
traditions
oh,
that it's fine to just let them go.
I know, I go, oh, please, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't get the putting sugar on. They're already
No.
sweet.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, they're too good.
yeah,
You
exactly.
ruin it, you ruin it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so she has, over here, canned pumpkin, because I mean, if I'm gonna make a pumpkin pie, I'm not going to do the whole pumpkin thing.
You know, people do it, the purists. We actually sell pie pumpkins. We have pie pumpkins and they're lovely. But honestly, it's kind of hard to get it to taste as good as canned
Yeah.
pumpkin. It really is. So we have pumpkin pie mix. And then we have,
Oh,
yeah, so it's all ready to go. All you do
Okay.
is add either your sweet condensed milk or, well, for vegans, you can use coconut cream instead of sweet condensed milk
okay.
and make a vegan pumpkin pie with coconut cream.
And she's got the gluten-free,
Yeah, we
pie
have
crust,
gluten-free
yeah.
pie crusts.
Yeah.
Yeah, so already made. I had someone this morning say, I've got to come in and get gluten-free pie crust mix. And I said, no, you can just get the pie crust.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Now, would you notice the difference?
Not so much. We just baked a pie with the gluten-free pie crust the other day. And if you were not, I mean, a purist would probably know the difference.
Yeah.
Someone who makes their own pie crust from scratch. But if you're not a purist, it
Yeah.
certainly is just as good as any pre-made pie crust that you buy out there.
Yeah, I have a granddaughter who they suspect celiac.
Oh,
And
yeah, she definitely should not.
I know, so I mean, so I've started to, I made pizza dough with gluten-free and I just, she didn't want to eat it because she thought it would be different. So next time I'm not going to say it.
No, don't say anything and just make it for the whole family.
I know.
Yeah, don't make
So
it
that,
special.
yeah, just, some things you just don't say.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That's right.
Yeah, and we actually have a whole selection of gluten-free pizzas already made. And pizza crusts. We have
Yeah.
gluten-free pizza crusts.
Yes,
And gluten-free pizza crust mix. So
yeah,
all of the options.
Yeah. that's good, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but then, so we have the pumpkin pie mix, but then we also have just canned pumpkin. Too many options of just
Yeah.
plain canned.
And I'm not a fan of pumpkin pie, I like a pumpkin cheesecake or a pumpkin pie,
Well,
you know. and-
speaking there of. We have, this is a gluten-free, dairy-free pumpkin
Wow.
cheesecake. And this is another one of those products that if you didn't know that it's gluten-free and dairy-free, you would never know. They do such a good job with making really delicious products that, have. So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And now she even has drinks out for us.
Well, I thought it would be good to just look at some alcohol-free options.
Okay.
So these are all sparkling. So this is a sparkling pear juice, which would go really well with your turkey in place of white wine.
Yeah.
And this is a sparkling pomegranate
So
juice.
that sounds
And then these are really fun. This is the things we just got in. And these are actually taste exactly like a, this is the, what is this one? This is blood orange elderflower. Not sure the name of the drink that it's supposed to be. This is a Moscow mule,
Okay.
and they really taste like a Moscow
Yeah,
mule. They're
yeah.
sparkly, and this is a mojito mix.
Fun.
Yeah, and you can put alcohol with them if you want, but they
Yeah.
just by themselves, they taste wonderful. And,
So you can add alcohol.
you can, of course.
Now,
Sure.
do you carry any alcoholic beverages?
Oh, yeah, we have a full selection of, our wines are only organic.
Okay.
So we have white wine, red wine, sparkling wines, only organic. And then the beers that we carry are only from Wisconsin.
And it looks like you can build your home.
So you can build your own 6-pack of beer. Yes. Yeah, and then of course, this is always a nice thing for Thanksgiving
Oh,
is the,
yes.
you know, is the island cider, the
Yeah.
hard cider.
Yeah, my favorite is the pear. I have that in my refrigerator.
Yeah, we have all of them.
Yeah.
The pear, the apple lavender, the apple cherry.
You don't have to go to Ellison Bay.
You do not. No, right here in downtown.
Yeah. Well, it looks like, yeah, do we have any questions out
I
there?
don't have any questions out there.
And do you have any questions, Jess? You know, Jess is over here.
Yes,
People.
I don't know,
Yeah.
so I do have a question, so, how many turkeys do you have available?
We have,
Like, do people need to call right away?
they should call. They
Yeah.
should call soon. I think we have probably about 15 turkeys left that aren't spoken for.
Okay,
And they range in size. The smallest ones I have in either the free range or the organic are about 9 pounds, 8.5 to 9 pounds. And the largest ones are 14 pounds. Although the Sunset Farm turkeys, the Brussels, Sarah Lardot's turkeys, her turkeys are big. So if you want a big turkey, I haven't picked those up yet. I can still get more of them.
okay.
They range from 15 to 22 pounds.
And about how many pounds do you need for like,
Person, like. It's
Yeah, it's a pound to 2
Oh.
pounds.
Whoa.
1 to 2 pounds per person, depending on whether or not you want leftovers and how heavy eaters you are.
Okay.
So you can get by with 1 pound if you want no leftovers.
Okay.
If you want leftovers, you want to take 2 pounds per person. So
Okay.
and 5 people, 10 pound per.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. I
Yeah.
always thought a half a pound, but I always have leftovers.
you
So.
gotta have leftovers, yeah.
Yeah, well,
But
yeah.
I think that I do that for every roast and everything. So, but I forgot there's bones.
There's
in
a lot
it.
of bones and they're the heaviest part of the
Yeah.
turkey.
I know. I was
Yeah.
thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think we've covered everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Well, hey, everyone, you have to come down to Grains and Grains. It's in Egg Harbor, right on 42. You can't miss it. It's purple.
Yeah, it's the big white and purple building.
Yeah. And just come in. And I know she's gonna put out Christmas presents. I think you can even shop. You
Of
have,
course. Yes, we
some
have.
things. Here's some fair
All kinds
trade.
of gifts.
Yeah, I always like to come in and just browse too. Yeah.
Yeah, we have lots of interesting things.
Yeah.
And I am a firm believer in not starting Christmas until Thanksgiving is over.
Yeah.
Right.
So we haven't done any Christmas decorating or put out any Christmas gifts or anything yet,
Yeah.
because Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. It's all
Yeah.
about gratitude.
Yeah.
I love that. And Christmas is a little,
Yeah.
commercial.
Yeah.
So,
Got it.
yeah,
Yeah. And what I like here is that you can get like nuts and granola and in bulk.
in bulk.
And, you know, that would be, I always used to have some appetizers.
Sure.
Or,
That's right.
um,
Yeah, some
nuts.
nuts
Yeah,
sitting around.
yeah.
Yeah, we have a really nice selection of flavored cashews. That it's nice to get a mix of them. Everything bagel, curry,
Yeah.
Cajun. So those are
Yeah.
really fun to have on the table.
Okay, so bread. I know what breads do you
Yeah.
carry here?
Well, we actually carry a bread that's baked in Green Bay, Voyager sourdough breads.
Okay.
They're amazing breads. We get them on Fridays. And they are everything from a white sourdough to a seeded sourdough. They have a really nice Jewish rye and an Italian, which is kind of a basic sourdough with some cornmeal in it, some corn in it. They're delicious breads. But they're not delivering next week. So if you wanted a bread for Thanksgiving, you would have to get it this Friday and probably put it in your freezer because they have no preservatives. They freeze beautifully, but you could put it in your freezer and
Yeah.
then pull it back out next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because
I
they're
think-
taking the weekend off. So they're not making
Well, that's good. They should.
Good for them.
Yay,
Yeah.
yay, Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, I think it's been great talking turkey. with
Talking
Kathy.
turkey.
Yeah.
Talking turkey and tofurkey.
Yeah. And thanks, everyone. Have a nice Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And just a reminder, the library will be closed on Thanksgiving.
as will we. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thank you.